Hello students, welcome to Reader's Workshop. So in today's message I asked you about setting and reminded you about setting is where and when. I asked about your setting in Lexialand. And for Reader's Workshop today we're actually going to consider setting. We already read Madeline and we talked about how the setting was in Paris, maybe a little while ago, maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, right? That was for Madeline. Well, today we're going to go on another adventure with Madeline, maybe to a new setting, And in fact, we already get a clue in the title, right? It says Madeline in London. London is another big famous capital city, just like we have Washington, D.C. close by, the capital of our country. London is the capital of Great Britain. And right on the cover, I can see Madeline and all her little friends there with Miss Clavel. Oh, and there's another little person that we haven't met before. And there they are in front of, I think that's the palace where the Queen of England lives. Let's get started. Ooh, so there is Madeline again on a horse with that boy. And it looks like there's a soldier too. Madeline in London. Oh, this is very interesting. Here's the first page with 12 pictures. Let's look. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. Oh, I have to stop and think because reading is thinking, right? This looks like someone, this little girl, is showing us the pictures of the other Madeline book and reminding us about the first story of Madeline. Maybe this is like an introduction to this new story. Okay, here we go. Let's reread. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30. The smallest one was Madeline. In another old house that stood next door lived Pepito, the son of the Spanish ambassador. An ambassador doesn't have to pay rent, but he has to move wherever he's sent. He took his family and his hat. They left for England, all but the cat. Oh, so maybe this is Pepito. Maybe Pepito was their neighbor in Paris, but it sounds like he's had to go somewhere else. Let's see. But he left behind the cat. Oh, there's the cat. Oh, and look, there's Pepito driving away and all the girls are waving their hankies like they're sad. I'm glad, said the cat. There goes that bad hat. Let him annoy some other kitten at the embassy in Great Britain. The little girls all cried, boo-hoo, we like to go to London too. In London, Pepito just picked at his dinner. Soon he grew thin, and then he grew thinner. Oh, look, he's getting thin. I think he misses his friends. And when he began to look like a stick, his mamma said, my, this boy looks sick. I think Pepito is lonely for Madeline and the little girls next door. His papa called Paris. Hello, Miss Clavel. My little Pepito is not at all well. He misses you and he's lonesome for Madeline and the little girls next door. May we request the pleasure of your company? There's plenty of room here at our embassy. Quick, darlings, pack your bags and we'll get out to the airport and catch the next jet. Oh, so they've invited all the girls to go visit them in London. Oh, and here Pepito and his mother are preparing the house. Here we go. Fill the house with lovely flowers. Fly our flags from all the towers. And there all the children, the girls are celebrating to go. Oh my goodness. And here they are flying in a jet and it says London. So I got to stop and think, since I'm supposed to be paying attention to the setting. In the beginning of the story, the girls were still in Paris, and Pepito had moved to London, and the dad telephoned. So they were in 2 different places. But now I think the setting is moving to London for everyone. For Pepito's birthday bake, the most wonderful birthday cake. Place 12 beds in 2 straight lines. The last one here will be Madeline's. Oh, they're getting the house all ready for the visitors. Welcome to London. The weather's fine, and it's exactly 9:30. Good heavens, said Miss Clavell, we've brought no toy for His Excellency's little boy. Said Madeline, everybody knows, of course, he always said he wanted a horse. In their little purses and in Miss Clavell's bag, there wasn't enough money to buy the meanest nag. So they're thinking of what to buy as a present for Pepito, but they don't have enough money. A nag is a word for kind of a tired old horse, and they don't have enough money for a horse at all. Let's see. But in London, there's a place to get a retired horse to keep as a pet. And when they went to the place, they found a horse that was gentle, strong, and sound. Okay, so they found a horse for Pepito. Some poor old Dobbins are made into glue, but not this one. Look, he's as good as new. Happy birthday, Pepito. Happy birthday to you. This lovely horse belongs to you. So they gave him the horse. Oh, wow, they're going out on the town now. Just then, ta-ra-ta-ra, a trumpet blew suddenly outside, and off he flew over the wall to take his place at the head of the Queen's Life Guard, which he had always led before the Royal Society for Protection of Horses had retired him from Her Majesty's forces. Okay, so the Queen's horses are going by, and when they blow their trumpet, the horse remembers how he used to be part of that group, so he's running off to try to join them. Woo! And there's Madeline and Pepito on top. Ay, ay, ay. What's going to happen? Oh dear, they're gone. Oh, what a pity. Come, children, we'll find them in the city. And again, these are famous places in London, so we know for sure the setting is London. Careful, girls, watch your feet. Look right before you cross the street. So in different countries, people drive on different sides of the road. So she's reminding the children where to look before they cross the street. Oh, for a cup of tea and crumpets. Hark, hark, there goes the sound of trumpets. So they're going all around the town looking. Look, she's like, over there. They're running around trying to find Madeline and Pepito on the horse. Sorry, my book is not in good shape. These birds have seen all this before. Oh, so there goes the parade of horses. And who's at the front? Pepito and Madeline dashing off. But they are glad of an encore. So everybody's kind of enjoying the parade. Maybe also enjoying seeing Pepito and Madeline flying by. And so are the people on ship and shore. And this is the Tower of London, another famous place. So you know the setting is London. And now it's getting really grand. Here comes the mascot and his band. But at the front of the parade, yes, is Pepito and Madeline. The people below are stout and loyal, and those on the balcony mostly royal. Oh my goodness, look, this is a parade for the Queen, but look who's in the middle of things. Pepito and Madeline. Oh no. I hope they don't get in trouble. What's going to happen? The show is over. Oh, phew, I'm relieved. The show is over. It's getting dark. In the city, in the park, dinner is waiting. We must be on time. Now let's find Pepito and Madeline. Well, isn't it lovely? They're standing sentry right here at the Whitehall entry. That is the power and the beauty. In England, everyone does his duty. Oh, so they found them. Oh, and now back home for the evening. Visiting is fun and gay. Let's celebrate a lovely day. Everyone has been well fed. Everyone was in his bed. So everyone is gone to bed now. Oh, they left the horse outside, of course. Only one was forgotten. He's been on his feet all day long without anything to eat. In a cottage that was thatched, wearing trousers that were patched, lived the gardener who loved flowers, especially in the morning hours, when their faces fresh with dew smiled at him, "How do you do?" Okay, so the gardener is getting ready to go outside in the morning to see all his flowers, but I'm wondering if something's going to be wrong. The gardener, who was never late, opened up the garden gate. The gardener dropped his garden hose. There wasn't a daisy or a rose. All my work and all my care for naught. Oh, this is hard to bear. Oh no, he got to the garden and everything has been eaten up. Everything's been gobbled up. Where's my celery, carrots, tomatoes, my beans and peas, and not an apple on my apple trees? Everybody had to cry, not a single eye was dry. Oh, look who is lying there with his feet up in the air. Oh my goodness, out in the street. Uh-oh. I feel his breath. He's not dead yet. Quick, Pepito, get the vet. Oh, the horse is sick. The vet said, "Don't worry, he's only asleep. Help me get him on his feet." As a diet, there's nothing worse than green apples and roses for an old horse. "Dear lady," said Miss Clavel, "we beg your pardon. It seems our horse has eaten up your garden." Oh no. A little sunshine, a little rain, and it all will be the same again. Pepito's mother said, "Quite so, quite so. Still, I'm afraid the horse must go." Then Madeline cried, "I know what to do. Pepito, let us take care of him for you." So that horse is just too much trouble for Pepito and his family at the embassy. So Madeline has an idea. She says, "We can take care of it." Here we go. "Fasten your seatbelts. In half an hour, you will see the Eiffel Tower." Look, they're taking the horse in the airplane to go back to Paris. "Madeline, Madeline, where have you been?" "We've been to London to see the Queen." "At last," sighed Madeline, "we are able to sit down without being 13 at table." They brushed his teeth and gave him bread and covered him up, and put him to bed. They have their new horse. "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well, and now go to sleep," said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light and closed the door. There were 12 upstairs, and below one more. Oh, and in the back on the end papers is again the view of them in the plane flying to London, right? So, I hope you enjoyed Madeline in London, and I hope you were thinking about the setting, right? Where and when. And we know it started off, I have to go back, so I got to do something, right? I'm going to remind myself. It started in London, where the girls were in London, but Pepito had gone to Spain. Pepito had gone to Spain. No, his family is from Spain. And Pepito had gone to London, but he was getting skinny, skinny, skinny because he was sad. I think this is kind of fun and cute how it said, "In London, Pepito just picked at his dinner. Soon he grew thin, and then he grew thinner." So they all go to visit him. And I also like this very interesting thing at the beginning of the book. So this was the title page. Sorry, my book is falling apart. And they have two girls showing kind of the beginning, showing what happened in the original Madeline book, so you understand about the characters, and then about Pepito, because we hadn't heard anything about Pepito in this book, right? And we did have to understand and think about Pepito a little in order to understand this whole new book, which was about him going to London, right? So this is kind of a neat introduction to the book. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Madeline in London and thinking about the setting. Remember to think about the setting wherever you are in your book or in Lexia. I'll see you later. Bye.